Good morning all of you. In the last session I have completed the equivalent single wheel load and numericals on equivalent single wheel load. Okay, with that your module number 3 is completed. Okay, in today's session I will move on to the module number 5. Okay, module 5. Okay, in the module 5, okay, you may come across 3 important topics. Okay, the first one it is highway economics, and second one it is highway financing, okay, and third one it is highway drainage. Means in the module 5 you may come across 3 important topics. Okay, the first one it is highway economics, second one is highway financing, and the third one it is highway drainage. Is it clear? Okay, first I will take up with the highway economics. Okay, highway economics. Okay, we know that the road users are benefited by good roads. Road users are benefited by good roads. Okay, for the good roads means to have a better infrastructure. Okay, the government has to invest the money. Is it clear? Then if the adequate fund is not available with the government, what the government will do? The government will lend the money from some agency. Okay, the main objective of the investor it is to have a maximum profit within the life of the structure. Whereas the people who are using the infrastructures, okay, have a qualitative benefits. Is it clear? And those benefits will be measured in terms of what? Okay, the first one it is reduction in vehicle operation cost. Second one it is reduction in traveling time. Next, third one it is reduction in accident rates. And fourth one it is safe and comfortable riding. Driving. And fifth one it is increase in land value. In the vicinity of the structure. Is it clear? For economic analysis of proposed highway benefits, there are 3 important factors need to be examined carefully. What are those 3 important factors? Okay, the first it is annual cost of owning and operating the highway facility. Okay, and the second one it is annual cost of vehicle operation, okay, in that highway. Is it clear? Annual cost of vehicle operation, okay, with that facility. Next, third one it is the value of value of other economic benefits. Value of other economic benefits. Means for the economic analysis of highway, that is a proposed highway facilities, okay, there are three important factors, okay, need to be examined carefully. Okay, the first one, it is annual cost of owning and operating the highway facility, and second one, it is annual cost of vehicle operations with that facility, and third one, it is value of other economic benefits. Is it clear? These are the important factors need to be examined carefully. Okay. Next it is the highway user benefits. Next it is highway user benefits. Highway user benefits. Okay. The highway users benefited from a good infrastructure. Okay, either maybe the existing infrastructure may be improved, or there may be construction of new highway. Okay, from that the road users will be benefited. Is it clear? Means the road users are benefited from the improvement of existing highways as well as, okay, construction of new highways in the better infrastructure manner. Is it clear? And the road users, okay, benefited from the improvement of existing highways and construction of the new highways will be categorized into two groups. Okay, the first one, it is tangible or quantifiable benefits. Tangible or quantifiable benefits. Second one, it is intangible or non quantifiable benefits. Okay, tangible or quantifiable benefits. Second one, it is intangible or non quantifiable benefits. Very simple. The benefits which can be quantified, those benefits are called tangible or quantifiable benefits, and the benefits which cannot be assigned to any cost, or which cannot be quantified, okay, then it is intangible or non quantifiable benefits. Okay, first one, it is tangible or quantifiable benefits. Okay, the benefits which can be quantified, those benefits are called tangible or quantifiable benefits. No, then the some of the example for the quantifiable benefits is, okay, reduction in vehicle operation cost, time cost, accident costs. Okay, vehicle operation cost we can measure with the help of the cost, and time cost we can also measure with the help of the cost, and the accident rates is also measured with the help of the cost. Okay, means with improved facilities for the highway, for the usage of the road users in terms of improvement of existing highway or construction of a new highway with better infrastructure, okay, we can save in the vehicle operation, cost, okay, and also, okay, we can save in the travel time cost, and number of accident will also be reduced. Okay, with that also we can save the some cost. Okay, usually some of the benefits which come under quantifiable benefits are vehicle operation cost, time cost, and accident costs are the some of the examples for the tangible or quantifiable benefits. Is it clear? Okay. First one it is saving in vehicle operation cost. Saving in vehicle operation cost. Okay, it includes fuel cost, oil cost and wear and tear of a vehicle or parts. Means if you have a better infrastructure, we can save in the fuel, we can save in the oil cost and we can save in the wear and tear of the vehicle or parts. Okay, totally we can save in the vehicle operation cost. Next, number 2, it is saving in traveling time. Okay, there will be reduction in the traveling time if you have a better infrastructure. Okay, then that is more benefited for the commercial vehicles, because in the unit time the commercial vehicles can have a more number of trips. Okay, hence, okay, their earnings may increase. Hence, their earnings may increase. Okay, if you have a better infrastructure, okay, the commercial vehicles may have more number of trips in the unit time. Then their earnings will be increased. Okay, that is benefit from saving in traveling time. Okay, number 3 it is reduction in accident rates. Reduction in accident rates. Reduction in accident rates. Okay, reduction in the accident rates, thereby there is reduction in property damage, reduction in vehicular damage and thereby the compensation money is also reduces. Is it clear? Means by the better infrastructure there may be number of accidents will be reduces. There may be reduction in the accidents. Okay, by the reduction in the accidents there may be reduces of property damage, reduces in the vehicular damage and thereby the compensation money is also reduces. Okay, these are the tangible or quantifiable benefits. Is it clear? For the quantifiable and tangible benefits, the examples are vehicle operation cost, time cost and accident cost. Okay, we can save in the vehicle operation cost in terms of fuel cost, oil cost and wear and tear of the vehicular parts. Next, we can save in the travel time if you have a better infrastructure. Okay, that too, saving the travel time is benefited for the commercial vehicles. Okay, with the unit time they can have more number of trips. Okay, thereby their earnings will be increased. And there may be reduction in the accident rates if you have a better infrastructure. Okay, thereby there is a reduction in property damage, the reduction in vehicular damage and thereby the compensation money will be reduces. Okay, these are the tangible or quantifiable benefits. Okay, next it is number 2, it is intangible or non-quantifiable benefits. Intangible or non-quantifiable benefits. Okay, the benefits which are not quantified, the benefits which are not quantified are called the intangible or non-quantifiable benefits. Okay, means for those benefits, okay, it cannot be assigned to any value. It may not be possible to assign any value for the benefits. Those benefits are called intangible or non-quantifiable benefits. Okay, there are 2 important things will come under this. Okay, number 1, it is the reduction in the suffering and pain, okay, of those who involved in the accidents. Okay, means with the improved road facility there may be number of accidents will be reduced. No. Okay, with the reduction in accident rates, what will happen? Okay, the sufferings and pains is also reduced to those who involved in the accidents. Okay, the sufferings and pains of the peoples that cannot be assigned to any value. Those are non-quantifiable benefits. Okay, reduction in the suffering. Reduction in suffering and pains. Suffering and pains of the people who are involved in the road accidents. Okay, that cannot be assigned to any value, no. And similarly, increase in the facilities for educational, recreational, then medical, defense. Is it clear? Means if I have a better infrastructure, there may be increase in the facilities for educational, recreational, then defense, medical. Okay, these also cannot be assigned any value. Okay, these are the benefits of your intangible or non-quantifiable benefits. Okay, increase in facility for educational, recreational, medical, defense and aesthetic aspects. Okay, this increase in facilities for these aspects, okay, cannot be measured with the help of the cost. That's why these are intangible or non-quantifiable benefits. Okay, this is regarding the highway user benefits. Okay, next is vehicle operation cost. Vehicle operation cost, in the short form you are going to call it as VOC. Vehicle operation cost, in the short form you are going to call it as VOC. Is it clear? Okay, the motor vehicle operation cost, okay, will be depend on several factors. The motor vehicle operation cost will be depend on several factors, okay, and those factors will be grouped under about 8 categories. Is it clear? Okay, the first factor on which the vehicle operation cost will be depend, that is cost dependent on, the first it is cost dependent on time. Is it clear? The second one it is cost dependent on distance travelled. Cost dependent on distance travelled. Number 3, cost dependent on travel speed. Number 4, cost dependent on type and condition of the vehicle. Type and condition of the vehicle. Okay. Number 5, cost dependent on condition of road. Cost dependent on, okay, dependent on condition of road. Number 6, cost dependent on traffic factors. Okay. Number 7, value of occupants time. Okay, number 8 it is accident cost. Number 8 it is accident costs. Okay, the motor vehicle operation cost will be dependent on several factors, and those factors will be, okay, grouped 8 factors. Grouped under 8 factors. Okay, the first one is cost dependent on time, second one cost dependent on distance traveled, third one is cost dependent on travel speed, fourth one it is cost dependent on type and condition of the vehicle, and fifth one it is cost dependent on condition of road, sixth one cost dependent on traffic factors, next value of occupants time, and the last one it is accident cost. Is it clear? Okay, the cost dependent on time. The cost dependent on time. The cost dependent on time will be expressed in cost per year. Will be expressed in cost per year in the vehicle operation cost. The cost dependent on time will be expressed cost per year. Okay, usually the cost dependent on time includes interest on capital. Means capital means what? Investment. Okay, interest on investment cost, that is also cost dependent time, no? That will be expressed in cost per year. Okay, the rate of interest, whatever the interest they have got per year for the investment, that is interest on capital will comes under your cost dependent on time. Then depreciation cost, okay, that is also expressed in cost per year, depreciation cost. And registration fee, registration fee is also expressed in cost per year, no? Okay, means the interest on capital, depreciation cost and the registration fee will come under cost dependent on time for your vehicle operation. Is it clear? Next, cost dependent on distance traveled. Cost dependent on distance traveled. Okay, this will be expressed in cost per vehicle kilometer. Cost per vehicle kilometer. Means the cost dependent on distance traveled will be expressed in cost per vehicle kilometer. Okay, usually the things come under cost dependent on distance traveled. It is fuel cost, oil cost, wear and tear of the vehicular parts. Wear and tear of the vehicular parts. Okay, next it is cost dependent on travel speed. Okay, this is also expressed as cost per vehicle kilometer, same as the second factor. Okay, the third factor is also expressed same as the second factor, that is cost per vehicle kilometer. Okay, again in the cost dependent on travel speed, okay, it comes under your fuel cost, then oil cost, vehicular wear and tear. Okay, wear and tear of the vehicular parts. Okay, for the second and third factors, that is cost dependent on distance traveled and cost dependent on travel speed, okay, we are going to express in terms of cost per vehicle kilometer. Usually the things were come under your second and third factors are, that is fuel cost, oil cost and wear and tear of the vehicular parts. Okay, next fourth one it is cost dependent on type and condition of the vehicle. Okay, usually for the large sized vehicles, the vehicle operation cost will be more compared to your smaller vehicles. Okay, compare with your truck and your passenger car. Okay, for the truck, the vehicle operation cost will be more than your car. Means for the larger vehicles, the vehicle operation cost will be more than the smaller vehicles. And again, okay, the older vehicles which is maintained in the poor condition, the older vehicles which is maintained in the poor condition, the vehicle operation cost is more. That's why, okay, the cost dependent on type and condition of the vehicle. Okay, for the older vehicles which is maintained in the poor condition, the vehicle operation cost is more, and for the larger vehicles, okay, the vehicle operation cost is more than smaller vehicles. Is it clear? That is regarding the fourth factor. Next it is fifth factor, cost dependent on condition of the road. Cost dependent on condition of the road. The fifth one, it is cost dependent on condition of road. No, it includes about 4 points, that is type and condition of the road surface. Okay, then topography, road geometrics, then junctions per unit distance. Okay, what type of pavement it is, whether it is a flexible pavement, whether it is a rigid pavement, or in the flexible pavement whether it is a earthen roads. Okay, whether it is a gravel roads, whether it is a WBM roads. Means based on the type surface also, type of the road surface, the vehicle operation cost will be varies. Okay, means compared to your gravel roads, okay, in your bituminous pavement roads we can save in the vehicle operation cost, but in the gravel roads the cost of vehicle operation will be more. Okay, what type of road surface it is, and what is the condition of the road surface, whether it is a good surface we have or we have a bad condition. That is the first one. Okay, the type of the road surface, whether rigid pavement or flexible pavement. In that flexible pavement, or is it a earthen road, mud road or gravel road, what type of pavement surface it is. Then what is the condition of the road surface, okay, whether it is in good condition or worst condition. Okay, depend on that also the cost of vehicle operation will be varies. Then second one is topography, what type of topography it is, whether it is a plain terrain, okay, whether the road is on rolling terrain, whether the road is on hilly terrain or mountainous terrain. Okay, means the vehicle operation cost is also varies with the type of terrain. Okay, that is regarding the topography. Then geometrics, road geometrics, the visible features of the road. Okay, if you have a steep curves and change in gradients at frequent intervals, okay, there may increase the vehicle operation cost. If you have a steep gradients and sudden change in the slopes at frequent intervals, increase the vehicle operation cost, that comes under your road geometrics. Then junctions per unit distance, okay, that is for a distance number of signals. Okay, we have to waiting for the respected time in the signals, no? Okay, that is junctions per unit distance, number of signals per unit distance. Junctions means number of signals per unit distance, means in that respective junction we have to wait for the stipulated period of time. Okay, that is also comes under your fifth factor, that is cost dependent on condition of the road. Is it clear? Okay, there are 4 points will come under your cost dependent on condition of road. It is first one, it is type and condition of the road surface. The second one, it is topography. Third one is road geometrics, and next one it is junctions per unit distance. Okay, next sixth factor is cost dependent on traffic factors. Cost dependent on traffic factors. Okay, the points will come under your cost dependent on traffic factor, that is congestion. If there is a traffic congestion, of course the traveling time is more and thereby the vehicle operation cost is more. Okay, if they are having the traffic congestion, of course the vehicle operation cost will be increased, no? Okay, the traffic factors like congestion, volume to capacity ratio, flow characteristics will comes under your cost dependent on traffic factors. Is it clear? The cost dependent on traffic factors includes congestion, volume to capacity ratio and flow characteristics. Is it clear? Next it is value of occupants time. Means the people who are occupied the respected road surface. Okay, the value of the people who are occupied the vehicle, particularly for the public transport system. Okay, in a single vehicle about 50 to 60 passengers will be occupied, no? Then the value of those occupants' time, that is also comes under your vehicle operation. Then accident cost. Okay, usually the things come under your accident costs are property damage cost, vehicular damage costs. Okay, if the accidents occurs, then the road properties get damaged and also the vehicular parts also get damaged. Okay, that comes under your accident cost. Okay, these are the 8 factors on which your vehicle operation cost is depend. Your motor vehicle operation cost is depend. Is it clear? Okay.